Once a month at the new moon, we start a new emotional cycle, and we are offered the opportunity to clarify and reset our goals and intentions. The new moon in Virgo is August 28th at 11:04 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You'll need to convert that to your own time zone depending on where you live. This is a really interesting new moon because it is a preview of a larger Virgo cycle that begins in November of this year, 2011. This larger Virgo cycle will go from November until July of 2012. Basically, Mars, the planet of action, the warrior planet, will enter the sign Virgo and will spend 6 months in this sign, which is not normal for Mars. Mars normally will transit a sign in 6 weeks. But every 2 years it will retrograde in a sign and spend this prolonged period. And when this happens, we get a high dose of the energy of that sign, and sometimes it brings up vulnerabilities. Sometimes it allows strengths to develop. So we need to understand the Virgo energy and start working with it now at this new moon, and practice and develop our habits so that we can be ready for this larger Virgo cycle. So here's what we're working with. Virgo has a strong need to be exact, to be detailed, to be precise. And sometimes this can easily flow into criticism. So what we need to look at first of all is, how do we deal with criticism? Do we internalize it and criticize ourselves? Do we project it onto other people? Are we reactionary when criticism comes towards us? It's very important now to just spend some time thinking about this. And if you find that you are prone to a lot of self-criticism, change your habits now. Because when Mars transits Virgo, you may find that this becomes exaggerated. You want to have a handle on it now. The other thing that we want to focus on now is humility. Virgo is very connected to service and the vibration of humility. It's beautiful. You know, there's a lot of one-upmanship that happens in the world. A lot of bragging, a lot of wanting to be higher than somebody else. Whether you engage in that yourself or you're surrounded by it, it's important to focus on humility right now and practice this. Last month, in the video I did for the new moon in Leo, I talked about radiating magnanimous love. Well, that is so true with humility. If you happen to be around people who do brag a lot, or who want to make sure that you know that they have special status in the world, perhaps they talk about their Ivy League education constantly, or they make sure that they tell you about the expensive vacations they get to go on, whatever it happens to be. That's your opportunity to step into humility and radiate magnanimous love and understand what's happening with them is a projection of their own insecurity. But it's not time to judge or evaluate. It's time to just be quiet, silent, and radiate love. In a way, this Virgo new moon allows you to understand the role of the wizard incognito. In other words, you don't have to broadcast your special. Just believe it, know it, radiate it. You don't have to be above somebody else. Just love. Practice it now during this new moon in Virgo so that you can be well on your way to mastering that Virgo energy during the Mars and Virgo transit coming up. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.